Joe Biden would remain the nominee. You know, he
Right.
said this in the most unmitigated, untempered, unqualified manner. He made this prediction. Of course, that's not what came to pass. And so, you know, how after that, something so consequential and you're wrong about that, like, who's not justified in looking askance at whatever else you say? Be one thing to say that there's a chance he remains, but he was like, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the more audacious your prediction is, the more retarded it looks when it doesn't come true.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, he was in good company. Almost all elites. All right, I was at war with almost all elites on this question because I used my situation perspective and I said, if this situation's untenable, even though there's absolutely no precedent for what's going to happen, in my view, the situation will outweigh all precedent. And so that's why very quickly I said Joe Biden's going to go, and I was promoting it, pushing it for weeks before he actually went. But almost all of the experts initially said the same thing as Chuck Johnson.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I didn't mean to like take this all in the Chuck Johnson direction. I just thought it was amusing that had
Yeah, it
happened.
is. Yeah, it's fun.
Because you know, I didn't even realize they read you, but apparently they do read you, and, which I don't know. You may take some.
And I met Chuck Johnson. We had a good conversation. We talked about Kevin McDonald and the JQ and the alt-right. This was something like 2015. So I really enjoyed my walk and talk with Chuck Johnson. How do you deal with the widespread sense of victimhood on the right? So, for example, my position is if someone has 1 ounce more victimhood than I think appropriate, then I think they're a loser. But if they have 1 ounce less victimhood than I think is appropriate, then I think they're denying reality. So I recognize my own hypocrisy and frailty here. But how do you deal with right-wing claims of victimization?
I have some sympathy, especially when I hear a lot of the normalization of anti-white rhetoric in this dominant media. I think is cause for legitimate concern, and it's real, and people are wise to pay attention to it and object to it. I think yes. I think it's good that you were able to sort of recognize that pattern. I think I was about like 25, 26 when I just stopped being interested in politics. So I said, I sort of have an intuition that my obsession with politics and however correct my arguments wasn't advancing my skills. There were, you know, and you know, this phrase like money talks and bullshit walks, and like at the end of the day, if you want people to pay you, you have to give them something that they need. And that just I allowed that thought to sort of put all of my political ranting to bed.